Hey guys, it's me, Realty Crystal Marie. This is Real Housewives of New Jersey recap. And my thoughts, of course, on the episode. And I watched What Happens Live. Interesting. Um, so yeah, I don't see anybody here yet. So I'm live right now on YouTube, guys. Twitter, Facebook. Looks like everybody's up. Nobody's here. I'll give it a couple minutes. Yeah, like, comment, subscribe. Hopefully you guys can hear me. Let me check on my audio and stuff. Give me a second. Oh, hi. Hey, can you hear me? Can you hear me okay? Naughty love in the house. Just make sure, because I was messing with my audio earlier. Let me check it, actually. Be right back. Hopefully you guys do hear me. Mic's working. Hey, can you guys hear me? Yeah. I think so, right? Yeah. Audio, everything's good. Okay, I'm coming. Okay. Okay, I'm back. All right, here we go. This is Jersey. Good old Jersey. So, anybody have any thoughts before I get started? Anybody? I'm kind of curious what you guys think about Nono's pajamas, because I keep hearing this whole lie of they were not Nono's pajamas. He never wore them. They were just a pair that were new. Okay, I hear this. I hear you. But listen, if that's the case, why would those random pair of new pajamas that nobody's ever seen Nono in make anybody feel safe, warm, or comfort? He never wore them. To anybody looking at a guy wearing a random pair of pajamas, to me, I don't know how that makes them feel safe. I don't know. Just saying if that's the case. But that's just hashtag justice for Nono's pajamas. I don't believe it. I don't get it. Yeah, I agree. You know what I also think? I don't even want to say fake. What I want to say is the reaction that she had when he threw her under the bus last week with Don and Marco, and she basically realized that he threw her under the bus, but she wanted to flip out on him so bad. But God forbid we see anything. God forbid we see her love bubble get popped, or anybody sees her love bubble get popped. That she ain't having it. So I can tell, who knows what's going on behind closed doors. And it seems to me that, he doesn't really co-sign her. He's trying to co-sign her shit, but it's hard. It's hard when you're making no sense. And I just felt really bad at the moment for him, even though in his pajamas screw me all up. But let's get into the episode. Can you guys comment, subscribe? I feel like I'm crooked or something. I feel like there we go. All right, here we go. So, oh yeah, Paulie and his heart surgery. I didn't realize how serious that was. He had serious heart surgery, or something like that. But the fact that he, yeah, that was serious. And I didn't realize that he's not that much older than us. But I just love the fact that when we watched Dolores with him, and she dresses up in her little nursing outfit. I was like, oh, that's so cute. You know what I mean? Not that Frank wasn't a decent husband for the couple years they were married, but she definitely said, you could tell there's a difference. And I love Paulie's house, and I also like the fact that he puts his foot down. And I agree with the fact that Frank has to accept change. Is Jersey? I say this all the time. It's not that he wants to be with Dolores. I know that when Paulie says that, it probably seems like that to him, and it probably seems like that to a lot of people. But it's just the changes. We don't like change. It's really hard, and it's only change with their family dynamic. But he's got Brittany. Brittany's just as understanding as Paulie is, and Paulie is understanding. I don't think his the way what he's asking for is too much. It's just a little bit of separation with them too. And the fact that she had that thing in his house. I didn't realize also too. I guess I should have realized this. That when he said, somebody said that Dolores literally, yeah, Frank built her the house before they were married, and then just recently he built her a house. David built her a house, and now Paulie's given her she's got that house. And Dolores is an amazing woman and deserves all of that. But that just tells you how amazing she absolutely really is. I don't fangirl over anybody really, except for Dolores Catania. I know that's weird, but I do. I do. I just love her. I have so much respect for her. But I love that scene. I love them. I like her when she was telling him about the drama going down and the fact that Frank was upset that Dolores didn't stay at his shore house. Now, the shore house, I thought it was both of theirs still, but I didn't realize that actually Frank took that when they got divorced 25 years ago. So, of course, she's not going to continue to stay there. And I get it. And, the fact that Dolores also understands that is just amazing. And I think that it's just a little bit of a change. Of course, we have she definitely is. She's definitely winning, and she's right. Now this is the difference. We know that Dolores is happy, right? She's not trying to fight with anyone. But do we have another person who just fights with everyone? And she's supposedly just as happy. And I just don't understand what, I'm starting to catch up with the whole Dina situation, because if it has to do with this Pizzagate, wow. Wow. And I feel like, again, I don't know what the whole story behind this whole Pizzagate thing, but, when it comes down to the $250,000, I just want to know where the conversation was about who's going to have what percentage, whose idea was who gets 50-50, who agreed to put the 250 in. I don't know. Were the pizza ovens 250? Yeah, probably. But it takes more than that. So was Joe not going to put the rest of the money? I don't know. I'm hearing there's a lot of moving parts that we haven't heard yet. And yeah. So she also tells Paulie how she's going to have to sit down with Jennifer Reed. And again, like she said, I'm happy. And I was ignoring her because, she wasn't getting anywhere. We all know that Jennifer Aiden is also a housewife, and she read the handbook. And as much as I can't stand it, she's a disloyal person because she's a housewife, and it's just different here. And it's different. It hits differently here. You keep your business within the family, but if you go on a housewife show, yeah, I agree. And that's another thing. You're right. You're absolutely right, because this whole thing, why in the world would those two go in business together? It has been how many? Oh, hey, Coffee Buzz, I was here this there. Hi. Yes, exactly. Why those two of all people? Because we already know that Teresa doesn't, there's a whole situation with them anyway. It's just, and again, she's telling everybody how he was a fraud, right? He was a fraud. Well, why would somebody invest $250,000 in somebody you call a fraud? It's going to literally, and of course, Jennifer is going to talk shit to Dolores, and because she's not going to become Patterson Dolores on camera. She's not stupid, but you're lucky that she was ignoring you. You know what I mean? But that just tells you how happy she is. And I want her to make amends with Jennifer, because that'll just prove that that being happy, if your relationship in a love bubble really does mean you're actually happy and you want to fix the relationships in your life. And, there we go. It's just the way it works. And I can't wait to get to Danielle. Can't wait to get there. Because I don't like the girl. Seriously. They were handing her the storyline. I don't think she understood that part. But, when we get to John Fuda and Rachel, that was my favorite. That was my favorite part that Rachel has filmed so far. And going to adopt Jaden. I don't know anything about the mom. I know nothing about it. But John's a really good dude, and he's raised Jaden with her. She was young when she came to his life, and he was really young too. So I'm really happy that she's bringing that up, and I like her talking to John, and love seeing the relationship with them, because I know they're such a good couple, and you can just tell. And everything that you see on Instagram is about her family. They're on vacation. They're always together. All the two little girls, Jaden and John, and the shore house. You know what I mean? She's just a really good person. And I like the fact that she's bringing that part of her life into the show, because that's a storyline that we can fuck with. Ooh, there we go. That's a storyline we can, you know what I mean? That's some stuff and that's what I mean. We're handing that girl a storyline, and she ran away. She ran away. The only thing I could think is that her idea of some type of drama story was to argue with them and leave or something. I would assume that you thought your brother was going to be the storyline. So the only thing I can think also is maybe the brother found out that she was talking about him, and hey, Aaron, and sent her a message or got through to her saying, don't you dare talk about our relationship on camera. So then she couldn't talk about it again. I don't know. The girl was chasing fame and she got it. And her moment, I mean, she could have completely exonerated all of us of Borga versus Judice. We could have just left and we went over to that side. Like, we could have just started with her and her family. But no, she ruined it for us, you know? But getting to Dolores and Jennifer's lunch. I understand that Jennifer thinks that Dolores should have her back no matter what. Dolores did have her back, but like I said, she's going to say to her, like, she's not going to 100% have your back when you're wrong. Knowing now when she said that, like, she blames Margaret for literally blaming Margaret for her kids and hearing all that stuff about the affair in school. It's like, I feel like she's taking a page out of Teresa's book. Like, why are you trying to blame everybody else for the shit that's going down with you? Like, it's that misplaced anger thing, you know? And I don't know if that was this whole fight with Dolores was like a storyline thing, because I can't imagine her actually really thinking Dolores is a bad friend, you know? And she thinks that she didn't have her back against Margaret last season. It's like she's talking about people going around and digging up dirt. Well, I'm sorry. Hey, girl, digging up dirt on people. She's like, I just, that girl told us about her brother. This is Jennifer. She told her brother, and I just took her word for it, and I stopped digging. Well, imagine that. Imagine that. Like, when have you ever stopped digging on somebody? You know what I mean? So, again, like, they're fucking hypocrites. She's a hypocrite. Hypocrite. I know, that's what you did, coffee. I know. It's like, I don't know, Erin. Is the real coffee buzz like, please stand up? I don't know. Maybe there's a decoy coffee buzz. You know what I'm saying? We don't know. Just saying. But, also talking about the whole situation with Bill, I actually agree with Jennifer with that situation with Bill. Not that Bill's a bad guy. Not that I feel like Jennifer is blaming him completely, trying to make him the storyline. I really do feel that I agree with her. I feel that she does actually feel some type of way about it. And I really do think that's her problem. And she could have just let us with that, but fighting with everybody just doesn't make we don't want to hear it. It's kind of hearing like, it's like she triggers Margaret to a point where she called her a freaking disheveled drug addict. And again, don't agree with that either, because the girl smokes marijuana, legal marijuana here in the state of New Jersey. Speaking overtime, here in the state of New Jersey, it's legal, and it's marijuana, and it's legal for not only medical, it's legal for everything. I can literally walk into a smoke shop and buy it. I do. So that's just not but that's what she does, and that just, again, she triggers her so much that, like, I just feel like Jennifer needs to keep the storyline just about her and Bill if she wants, and the deal with Lou was done. I agree with that guy. Oh, we got some insider stuff. Kathy, the deal with Lou was done in 2020. Wow. Melissa said her and Joe were so helpful. Thinking, like, I mean, yeah, right? Like, look, like I said, did he ask Joe to give him 200? Like, did you offer to put that 250 up? Did you not expect him? You know what I'm saying? Because I know Joe has the money to put that up. If not that he has to, but like, do they need more than that? They need more than not to open up an entire pizza shop, And again, if you were only going to give him 5% anyway, you obviously weren't expecting him to give you any money, right? Or you would have changed it to 50%. Then, if you say that you lost $250,000, continue to open the business. Then, my friend, why not? Like, you were just literally going to take it anyway. How'd you lose the money? Like, why don't you just continue to open it, Louie and Teresa? Or like, it's obviously you said it was Teresa and Joe's idea to begin with. So if it's half Teresa's idea, she's allowed to take the pizza shop and call it Skinny Margarita Pizza, whatever the hell she wants. Bethany wouldn't be too happy about that. That would be a fucking situation. And who the hell is going to go to a pizza shop in Jersey called Skinny Pizza? Nobody's coming here to eat skinny pizza. You know what I'm saying? Sorry, Miss Kelly. I'm live. Sorry. Anyway, so that makes sense. Again, why are we now just talking about it? Teresa didn't want anybody to talk about it. They didn't want to make Louie look bad. And I guess in the beginning, that was a situation that they were going to move on from, right? They obviously did. I don't understand how you lose $250,000. I see how. I just figured you would just continue to keep going. You know what I'm saying? But it's, her making peace with Jennifer is good. Jennifer obviously is going to double down and on all the situations. And when Dolores doesn't give her opinion, that's because she doesn't agree with Teresa. Yeah, skinny pizza. You can't, like, all right, what did Sonia try to do? Like tipsy pizza or tipsy girl? You know what I mean? It's just not. I mean, what, nobody wants to eat skinny pizza. Nobody's going to go and eat skinny pizza. And I don't know how No pulling a lobster out of a pizza oven makes them turn it into skinny girl pizza. No, wait, what? I'm on no one's side. Cancel this show. Hey, Karma. Yeah, I know. So the Franklin Lake's house, when we get to the Gorgas Franklin Lake's house, it's beautiful. It looks completely different. They completely went over, and like Joe's a good contractor. If he wasn't so busy, I would have him do like my remodel. Honestly, I trust him. Like I would absolutely have him do this house. I would. But I like how she was talking to him and getting upset because he likes because he has the whole veins popping out of his head. Because I always say this, it's not that Melissa's hurt for Melissa. Melissa's hurt for Joe. Melissa gets hurt for Joe. So when she's getting ready to move into her new house and he's like doing everything he can to get it ready, I think he made a couple little mistakes with the windows because he just replaced them again. He did something. Yeah, see, there's a lot of people that are like, that I'm kind of like not feeling Melissa right now. I'm not for any reason about on the show, but like I'm kind of still feeling Joe. Obviously, I trust him more than I trust her at the moment. But again, it has nothing to do with anything with Teresa. You know what I mean? Like Teresa, I am trying to find some clarity, like I don't know, something to make me understand her a little bit better. And I'm trying. I thought I did. But all I can say is the well doesn't run that deep, and I just feel like she doesn't understand. You don't have, so if you don't feel empathy, right? So how can you understand when you hurt people, and how can you care if you hurt people? You know what I mean? So I feel like when she speaks about her feelings, they're not really her feelings. They're just weird, misplaced anger, and she doesn't know why it's there. Like it just, a lot of this and the shit that shit doesn't make any sense. It's like blame, blame, blame. And Joe's just like, dude, I don't even know what the hell went wrong. It's like, and even the kids say everything changed when Louis came in the picture. Look, the guy loves her, obviously, but that is some goddamn Norman Bates shit. That is some Norman Bates shit. He never even met No. I'm sorry. I know that Dolores is trying to be a friend and say that they weren't. No never wore them. Okay, but then why would they make anybody feel safe? To me, a random pair of pajamas is not going to make on this dude that my mom's just met. It's not going to make anybody in their house feel safe. Not me, not nobody. If they were known as pajamas that he actually wore, you would see them. They trigger the comfort, blah 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 blah. Till you realize your stepdad's wearing them, then you're just like, oh my god, Mom, come on, Teresa, stop telling everybody that they weren't worn. I don't believe you, because how could they make anybody feel safe? They're just a random pair of pajamas at that point. They're not no-nos. They're just a new pair of pajamas that the man never wore. Nobody's seen them now. Won't make me feel safe, right? It's creepy. What exactly? I don't even know. I wanted to swear. I just really wanted that to be a statement that he made that was fucking with Joe or something. I really wanted somebody to tell me that they weren't a pair of pajamas that her dad wore, but they couldn't, and they wouldn't make sense that way. So again, like the fact that and Melissa, the pop-up show that she's having for Danielle's clothing line. So that's what somebody does. That's what a good friend does, right? Oh, let's say this. Louis didn't lose 50. That's such a lot. It doesn't make sense, right? You know what I'm saying? If he did, then I don't know. And then for pajamas, they look like no-nos. The idea could be there. Probably uncomfortable for ladies. Doesn't make them work out. I see where you're going with that, because Aaron, you're like the best, and you're the nicest, and I can get there, but I can't get there. I know I can't get there. In his brain, no, I can't get there. Nope. The fact, it's just the way he said it too. It was like it was like slow motion to me. Like it was like I was like, oh my god. retract. But no. I'm like, no, wait, what? Like, I love using it once. I mean, look, Teddy Mellencamp was hiding in Teresa's hair. Did you hear that? Teddy Mellencamp was, no, thank you. Teddy Mellencamp was hiding in Teresa's hair. I swear to God. And she, like, now she jumps out all the time. You know what I'm saying? But, sophisticated but modern. I don't really call it that. It's an older home. This is what I'm saying. It's not a McMansion. She lived in a McMansion. Like, did you see we just had tornadoes, right? I posted this post to show you what McMansions are. They're the houses that tornadoes hit here, and they're like the mansions that are built in the middle of like a goddamn field, and they're built in 3 days. The house she's moving into, the house that they just built around another house. That structure is a really old structure that'll last forever. It's got firewalls and actual like safety stuff. It doesn't just blow away in the wind, you know. Anyway, but again, where are we at? Oh yeah, again, I don't know what happened with the garage doors. I don't know what's going on with the windows. They took them down. They just in the last couple of weeks started tearing the garage doors out and the windows out and redid it. But I wouldn't really and then the pop-up event. Danielle is such a good friend of Teresa. It's like, I don't know, where's her loyalty? Not that she has to pick sides, but she did. After Melissa was willing to do that for her. Now, yeah, exactly. So why in the world are you going to call these women and ask them to be in your wedding? It's so obvious. Dina, back out. Like, I was so mad when I saw that. I was like, wow. Because to me, I really believed, I know Melissa doesn't care about being in the wedding. I know that. She cares for Joe. It just is a dig when you literally invite the sisters that you don't even have a relationship with. Aaron's sisters. Oh my God. Melissa's sisters and shit are supposed to be in the wedding. And Louis' sisters are in the wedding. That's a slap in the face. You know what I'm saying? And nobody wants to be in that wedding. I'm saying nobody really wants to be in that wedding. It's just the fact of how she does it. Louis put, Kathy makes, I would say Kathy makes everything. Louis put up 105. Okay. Wow. Trying to cover what they did to, I know. It's so Skinny Italian. That's her book, right? That statement. I'm sorry. I'm Italian and I was skinny for a little bit, but I don't eat meat, so of course I eat a lot of pasta. I just don't eat pizza thinking I want to be skinny, whatever. It was supposed to honor no. So again, do you understand the whole lobster thing? Like the whole lobster, like it's a good idea, but not with family. You know what I mean? And I watching Danielle get ready for that. Her daughters. So is her daughters? The name of her daughter's clothing line is called Bougie Kids. Am I fine? And can somebody tell me what bougie means? I think I know what it means. It's bougie's when you is it when you want to have money or you don't, or you have money but you don't show it, or you think you have. Tell me what bougie means. It's like when you have a fake Coachy bag, or like a Coachy bag. What am I saying? A fake Coach bag or something like that stuff. Is that bougie? All right, because if that's bougie, that would make sense. The fact that too also, like when Teresa calls her and starts talking to her, and I'm like thinking to myself, how close are these people? Like really like how close are they? And Teresa has COVID. Oh my God, I forgot Teresa had COVID. I think she was crying. I don't think she's sick. I think she was sniffling, but she was crying on the phone. That's just my opinion. And, the fact that she tells her that, she tried to get, that's what she did. That's right. She tells Danielle the story about Don and Marco, and she acts like that he's doing the right thing, blah, 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 because he's trying to do it for her. He's trying to make peace for her. I'm like, can this fucking chick ever take any type of he's trying to make peace because he knows you're wrong. But he's also literally trying to make peace because I don't know if he just completely disagrees with her. He's chasing Melissa out, he's chasing them out, he's chasing them all out, and he's trying. I just feel like he's one of those people that either he tries really, really too hard, and he's realizing that this chick as well is not that deep, and she don't hear a goddamn word he says, and he jumped in with into this thing thinking like she was like a real, like she had, I don't know. I'm saying I'm getting mean. I'm getting mean about this. I'm getting mean. It's just very messy, like me. Exactly. It's like it is. It's kind of like me trying to explain my recaps. I just go from like it doesn't make any sense. I literally make fun of her. But anyway, the fact that Louis is in all this whole Pizzagate thing. I know with Pizzagate 2.0, do we understand what that is? Is that like the rest of the story, Kathy? Because did they even have? Okay, let me ask you a question. Did they have a location picked out, or was this a pizza truck or something? I have a feeling. Why am I thinking it was a pizza truck too? You know what I mean? And she also said that Melissa refused. Was it Melissa refused to give Don his number? Or she wanted Donna's number and she blamed it on Melissa. Melissa doesn't want her to call her mom and now invite her like she's on second thought. Well, I agree with her. So, again, she blames Melissa. She blames everybody for everything else. But, it's like you can literally get Donna Marco's phone number yourself. What do you freaking need Melissa to give it to you for? If you really want to call Donna Marco, you can. You know what I'm saying? She should have been there from day one. I know a lot of people don't understand that from here, or unless you're from here. Listen, she was close to Donna. She had problems with Lisa. That's it. That's Melissa's sister. And she had problems with Melissa. And not really. She made her own problems. It's like the problem was never with Donna, and she talks herself out of that argument. She basically talks herself out of it and basically admits it's a dig at Melissa. It's just such horseshit. And, he's so unsuccessful with trying to get this family back together. And then he's crying about it. And she's crying. And I believe she was crying. I absolutely believe she was crying. And, also finding out when Joe's upset about, he's hearing about Louis crying and sobbing. And I'm starting to follow where Joe's head's at. Because Joe's like, man, this dude, this dude really like dropped the ball when first the 250, that whole deal. And then Nuno's pajamas. Like, I'd be crying. I'd be scared. He's gone. He's two-faced. He's fake. I don't know what to think. I don't know what to think anymore. He's got me thrown off. I don't know where to put the Nuno's pajama thing. I kind of want to just feel like, I know they were his pajamas. I just know that they were. And I just think that's really weird. I just do. I'm sorry. I just think it's really weird. And, the fact that he brings up the Dina Manzo thing, Joe, oh my God. That makes sense too. Do we know if that's absolutely true? Who knows? Allegedly, the falling out has to do with Pizzagate 2.0. If it has anything to do with that guy, Dina's husband, not liking Louis, and maybe, I don't know what he knows or could know. Louis made a statement last week that he has got nothing to lose. Why not? What do you mean you got nothing to lose? Are you going to prison? Are you getting arrested for telemarketing scheme? I'm confused. What do you have nothing to lose for? And what is that guy David? Or Dina's husband know that we don't know? Also, the wedding, the emotional boundaries that she has. It didn't want cross. She doesn't want to get a bunch of Bravo cameras up her ass. I wouldn't either. Okay, you guys don't probably know this, but Tommy still hasn't been sentenced. Tommy still hasn't been to court for what he allegedly did to her. So no, she doesn't want to really come here. I know she doesn't want to be on a bunch of Bravo cameras, and she doesn't want to be in front of any cameras. I don't understand. I'm still kind of like, I don't want to talk about the Caroline situation with her because I like Caroline. I feel like, I'll say this again, I feel if it has anything to do with that letter, nobody will ever tell us that. I would say that would be a really big thing, but I feel like Caroline has moral. I feel like she was felt forced to do it. Not forced, but felt like she had no choice but to write that letter. If you know what I mean? It's so sad. It's a really hard situation, but that family is so close that I just can't see Caroline doing that to get back at Dina. Is it something that's not, it doesn't, she's not going to speak on Tommy's character in a good light for no reason. You know what I mean? She's not just going to do that. The man, she's just going to say nothing. But the fact that she had to say something and it was pretty bad. I just, So again, the guy, I don't know what else he told Joe DeGorga. We don't know. It's just he continues to bash Louis and what Joe does. So to me, it's like Teresa, it's not one thing that he gets so upset with the thing with him and his sister, and now he's got something that he's holding in that we still haven't heard the whole story. I'm going to say we haven't heard the whole story, you know, and she can't understand how everybody can be so mean to her future husband, and it's like nobody's even being mean to him. Nobody's being mean to him except for Joe, and Joe's trying not to be mean. It's like, what else can this, like, what else can we do? You know, they both need counseling on their own, Joe and Teresa, and it just needs to end. I wish Danielle would have taken the goddamn storyline around with it like we asked her to. You know? On the other hand, again, the fact that Jackie is also running she's working things out with Margaret, and she's friends with Rachel, and all necessary drama. It just feels like she said it's high school bullying all over again, blah, 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 blah. Danielle's really angry, and all these women, they affected her because it's just like she was bullied in high school. She was popular in high school. I was bullied too. We were all bullied in high school at some point. Everybody, I think, isn't bullied at some point. I don't agree with it. I feel like if you're going to go on a show called The Real Housewives of New Jersey, of all places, you should have to not worry about loyalty, but you do. Unfortunately, you're on a show called The Real Housewives. All those women did was say your story has holes. They don't really give a shit what happened. I'll tell you that right now. They want you to get them rid of Gorga and Judice. They want a new story. They don't want to talk about this shit anymore. And that girl just dropped the ball and literally was like, I'm going to just run away and not talk about it. So again, we have Teresa talking about this. Everybody's trying to talk about it. Everybody's trying to talk about it, but it's not happening. Even Jackie's laughing, and Jackie's like, and here I am sticking up for Jackie because she's right. You know, she says Rachel really did stir the pot, and this all caused unnecessary drama between her and Margaret, Danielle and Margaret. And no, you went shopping with Rachel. You brought up the shit about Margaret. You heard the story about the Bitter Betty lunch and how it was all about Margaret being a two-faced, blah, 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 blah. You were telling Rachel that. Rachel was like confused and kind of asking you what, and all she did was literally repeat exactly what you said and told Margaret that your best friend's gone around, and so is this other one. And I don't really want to talk about it. You know what I mean? Like Richel's like, go ahead, tell her what the hell I said. I didn't say anything. Again, I'm going to say this about Rachel. She's very logical. She's too logical. She's a good friend. She's too logical to reason with any of them. So it's like, don't try to make sense out of unsensible. That's what I'm saying, Rachel. We're too sensible for these bitches. You know that. They're unsensical on the show, nonsensical. And we know which ones we're talking about. Like, I questioned Jennifer Aiden. What are she drinks? Jackie, she's odd. She's just an odd duck. And not anything bad. She's very old school, old money. And I know women like her. I just don't vibe with this with her. I just, like, you have to be a little messy. I said, I'll be a little bit messy here. But like she said, like, as soon as like we get to lunch and Danielle starts yelling at Rachel. Rachel's like, I don't fucking care about this. And it's like, no, nobody actually does. But we have to literally, I mean, we need something. And I'm like, I agree with her. That whole story is stupid and it doesn't make any sense. And you're not going to sit there and tell me that I'm going to start with the shit when you brought it up. And all I'm doing is telling you I don't want to talk about it. But again, now let's get to this Turkish coffee. What the hell do you guys think? Do you actually really think that this, I believe in it all. I know this is actually a thing. This actually does work. But this woman knew too much. Teddy was definitely in Teresa's hair. Yes. Hey, Morgan. Guys, definitely. Teddy, come on, man. I heard she's even popping out of the Bravo cameras now. She's so stupid. I really want to talk about Teddy Mellencamp, Freddie Mellencamp, but that would just be doing like, that's like talking about how they're gay. They're trying to make us talk about them, and we don't want to. But it's like giving into the tantrums, you know. Like it's crazy. But anyway, Paulie's house is awesome. We saw that, and it's really obvious that Jennifer and Margaret still trigger each other because when Dolores and Jennifer throw a party together, they both were having a freaking fit over it, like a literal fit. She's like, Margaret, it's so triggered by her. It's so triggered by Jennifer. And I mean, like a ridiculous point, like me, like where I'm ridiculous with stuff. Yeah. We had tornadoes, and we were hiding in the basement. First time ever in my life. I have actually one other time I had tornadoes like last year, and the McMansions got pummeled again, but it literally went right over us, and then it went to Ohio. It roared over us, and we were like, me and my husband. I have 3 cats, so I have to wrangle up 3 cats, and I don't go anywhere without them. So, and then I had to go in the basement, and my husband, he's taking his fucking time, and like everybody. But see, I'm ridiculous because all my neighbors are outside, and they're all like on their porches, and they're all looking around. It wasn't even that windy, but of course I had a heart attack because you never know. You just never know. So, but what do you guys think? That lady knew too much, right? That lady Angie, and there, and she said that she has a ring coming. This woman either watched the show or she had a long talk with Miss Jennifer, because like it was crazy that it was just nuts. The woman's talking about. I disagree. I agree with everybody. Oh, okay. It was a countertop pizza oven. Making pizzas at home. The next step of these with the box with the ingredients. Oh, okay. I wonder who talked them into that. You know what I mean? Like, why did they? That's the whole thing. Why even bring Joe into it to begin with? Or like, you know what I mean? Or did Joe do that? I don't like. Why even? Oh, I guess Teresa. Yeah, you know what? That's Teresa's fault. I'm sorry. It is like I just feel like Teresa should have said, "That's my brother. We've been talking about this for years, or whatever. This is our father we're honoring. It's not skinny Italian. It doesn't make any sense." But like he's going to get 50%, or my brother's going to give us the other 250. I don't know, something. That conversation had to be had. Like nobody does that nobody just does that shit without talking to the other people, the other partners. 5%. I would flip the fuck out too. Dude, if you ask me for 250, I'd give you 250, right? Joe has it. So, I don't know what their deal was, but again, they all went, like you said, he went behind his back and did that shit. And then give him 5%. Yeah, okay, give him 5% because he's your brother, but you're not I would say then I got nothing to do with this shit. Give me 5% because it was my idea. That's what 5% is to me. You know what I mean? But Joe has the money. He would have given it. Kathy, do not agree with me. He has the money. He would have been able to do it himself, Joe. I mean, even if it's not 250, something. But whatever. One, we know now how much the pizza ovens were. 100 and something. But I still agree. Like Danielle's having something about her brother. I feel like her brother had to have maybe either she doesn't. She's not that smart, and she ruined her 15 minutes because that's not what we wanted her to do, or her brother called her and threatened. Because, people around here like cease and assists. A lot of people like them. So maybe that happened and we just didn't hear about it yet. But yeah, so the party that they're throwing together triggers everyone. It would probably trigger me too, especially if it's a chick that I don't like. I would be triggered too. So the lady comes and she does all the readings. I know now. We know that shit was so fake. It's real. It happens in real life. That is a real thing. But like, she knew everything. Like, she was a team Teresa. She was team Teresa. Did she even read Melissa? I forget. Did she read Melissa? I don't know. Like, I like how she had to have. She knew too much. She knew that Rachel was going to court. Come on, man. And she's going to get a victory with that. And, yeah, it's amazing. And I love the fact that she's doing that because, like I said, Rachel was really young when she met John. And that's a big thing. You raised him. And then she had her own too. They have their own. And he's a good freaking kid. He loves her. He calls her mom. Considers her mom. And I want to see more of it, but we're going to have to get a little bit more messy. Rach, we got to get more messy. We got to figure out a way to get more messy. I know it's annoying. I know. Trust me. I know it's annoying. But I'm not on the show. You are. You have to make it messy for us. And Marge is saying it's the happiest time in her life. Oh, it was the happiest time in her life. Yes, I agree there. I don't have kids. I barely raised somebody else's. I know the time that we did have Zach here, he was a teenager, and I wasn't the cool mom that I thought I was going to be. Oh God, no, not at all. I fight all his girlfriends, and he's the whole reason his girlfriend's the whole reason we don't talk. It's the whole reason he doesn't live with us anymore. I was not fucking with the girlfriends. I did not like them, and the last one he had was very toxic. So I loved him like my own. I do, but like it was hard, and I didn't want my own anyway. Did not have that in me. Um, People, my friends think that's like there's like, oh, if you had one, it would be different. No, I just didn't want to go. I had mental issues. I was a drug addict for a long time. There's, you know what I mean. I got married at 36. Definitely weren't having them then, but I love people that choose to be parents. Like you have it, you have your own your kids, you get pregnant, you have your kids. But when you actually take over like a step parent or another parent, like I have two step parents, I have two regular parents and two step parents. That's a choice, you know what I mean? And then like that's a whole commitment, and that's amazing. So like I really find it's just as amazing as having your own and being a good mom, and then choosing to be another mom, being somebody else's mother on paper, the whole deal. You know, oh God, speaking of bonus parents, did you guys also see Louis kiss Jay when he comes in? Do you guys think that's weird? I mean, Jersey's a kissy hug. We're very touchy feely people, like overly like that. But did you find that odd or no? See, here I go turning on poor Louis because I was trying not to. Erin, was I trying not to? Please tell everybody I was not trying to turn on Louis. I wasn't. I'm just really thrown off by No and him going along with the pizza thing. That really pisses me off. And why wasn't Teresa there? That's right, she has COVID. She had COVID. Okay. Anyway. Was anything else interesting happened except for the fact that we were listening to the whole story about the brother and blah, 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 blah. Everybody's skeptical because I'm skeptical. Everybody's skeptical of Angie. It was a whole thing. Look, if I'm going to hire a psychic with a bunch of bitches that don't like me and really I don't get along with, I'm sure as hell going to pay this woman to say all the right things. So, touche, Jennifer. It was funny. Nobody took it serious. It was cute. It was funny. Is it? Oh, do tell. Really? The Dina. So, is it a Dina business? So, Dina wouldn't know this. Or is it oh my God, do tell. See, I literally, when I hear stuff around here, listen, we hear so much stuff. Do I know of? I don't know if this is short. I don't know. But I just feel like, I don't know. I didn't hear about another business deal. Did I? No, I kind of set up, but hey, check you out. I haven't seen you in a while, Mr. Make It Make Sense. I'm all the way at the end of this episode, and I just have no words, Mr. Make It Make Sense. Can you help me out? I need like, where are these? Why are all these deals going around? Who's doing deals with people that are falling out, and why? Seems like there's a lot of deal going on. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of like. I heard about some stuff. I heard about some. I don't want to say it because I don't know if it's out yet. I there's like another number floating around, a $25,000 thing floating around. I don't know what the hell that has to do with Dina. So what? Do tell if you can. Thank you so much, Dina. Hi. Because I'm very disappointed. I'm disappointed in Danielle. She didn't take the story and run with it like they needed her to. Because I know they're exhausted like we are. We don't really want to hear this about it. I'm curious now. I mean, I'm interested. And I also don't make phone calls and ask questions and I'm nosy because they probably would think I'm going to use it on here, and I don't. I don't know, and I feel like I've been Team Gorga for a long time just because I felt like I knew his character. I also thought I knew Louis' character. It's like, fire me now, like just fucking fire me, because that's why I ended up in the situation I was in. That's why that's why I can't talk about certain things, and that's why I have new friends, because I guess I'm just a horrible my picker's off. Sorry guys, my picker's off. I have to reevaluate all of you. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, look, listen. It's unfortunately because somebody decided to pick and choose a content creator to dox, blows my effing mind. Now we're not going to really hear much because they're not allowed to talk to us anymore. They are really not allowed to Bravo made them not allowed to comment, talk about anything with us personally on the streets, on the tube, on the whatever. Like, they can't like stuff. It's just crazy. Like, I don't understand. It's crazy. I don't understand it. Like, that is some shit. That is a storyline that, like, I want to find out more of. I want to find out more of why this person is falling out and making business deals with other people and they're falling out. 250, 25,000. You know, he's throwing a 25,000 out, then he's throwing these numbers are getting thrown out, and it seems like there's a lot of business deals going on. They're going bad, and I want to know with who and why. Just saying. Maybe I don't. Maybe the less we know, the better. You know what I'm saying? The less we know, the better. And that's another thing. Again, like I'm all about hearing like reality TV, lives, people's crap or whatever. Like if you're stealing from your boss, if you're already stealing from, look, I'm all about hearing about it. But if my friend is going to try telling me and roping me like Sandoval with Shorts, we're going to get to that. I want to get to it now, but this is your, oh my God, Shorts. Just watch what happens on. That he knew from day one. But anyway, I feel like if your friend puts you in a position like that, your friend, that's a bad friend. Like, hey, you know, like just seriously, like if somebody's going to try to tell me, I don't want to know where you got your shit from, who you're selling it to, where you got that from, who did this. I don't want to know. I don't know. I don't want to know. I don't want to know. I don't ever want to be caught up in a freaking courtroom and I have to not perjure myself. No. Stop doing deals with people in your family. Because, like, this shit's like the streets around here is fucking. This is Jersey. Everybody gets arrested for white collar crimes around here. Stop doing deals with people. Something happened. I don't know what happened. What around here, but it happened. It happens a lot. It just does. It's weird. I don't know why these people are doing deals with each other. It's crazy. Especially Dina. I hope that's not true. Why too? Now, to sit there and say, "Oh, I'm a bridesmaid. Yeah, I'm a bridesmaid." Do we not see what? Like, see, this is what I'm saying. Okay, I have to say, because there's no one. You can't get around it anymore. I cannot explain it away. There's nothing to. You cannot. You just can't explain it anymore. Does everybody else see what's happening? She's. If you guys see if you see something I'm not seeing with the court case, please. I really need to know. I'm minus what happened last weekend. What you guys see on this TV. Are we really like? Come on! Like I feel like this can't even be. This isn't even like. It's not even 50-50 anymore. Like Teresa's obviously freaking so screwed up in the head that she forgets half the shit that's going on. I don't think she even understands it. I just don't understand. How can anybody, unless you feel absolutely bad for her because she's so stupid, her well doesn't run that deep, and you realize that something's wrong. She's like a broken, not an empty vessel, like a broken soul. You know what I'm saying? Empty vessel or broken soul. I love that. And I feel like, I don't know. I feel she might be an empty vessel, guys. I don't know. Who knows? And I just say that because I'm talking about as far as like her deep thinking. And she's reading off the cards. I know, right? And like, I believe it at all. Like, look, I believe it at all. I actually read pendulum stuff. It's a thing, but like, and I know I can understand how that works. I understand it. But do I think that the coffee cards literally spelled out, what was it? Establishment, embellishment. What did they spell out? Whatever come on. Your coffee cups aren't that big that it spelled out, whatever, Jennifer, establishment, whatever it was. And again, who buys a shore house? I disagree. I thought I was going to look this up before I got on again. You don't buy a shore house on the Jersey boardwalk, right? You do, but you don't buy it and then use the same sheets and the same sheets and the same mattresses. Fully furnished, I get it. It looked just like a Jersey Shore house. It looked like the Jersey Shore house, right? That Jersey Shore house has probably had the Jersey Shore cast type people, all of us, summers. Like the people that rent our houses, you see what's on the Jersey Shore. You would never sleep in the same. Oh my God. I don't believe they really bought it. So that lady should have told her that shit was fucked up. Lady, I don't care about what the hell you think she's doing in the future. Tell that lady to goddamn get her sheets from her 12 bedrooms and bring them to her shore house and do not sleep on them things. And don't have your guests. She had her guests sleep on these mattresses. Dude, you be a scumbag all you want, but do not have me sleeping on some goddamn mattress that all of South Jersey, New Jersey is stuffs all over. And then you're literally going to tell me you don't have bed bugs and shit? Come on. That's how you get bed bugs, right? And see, Aaron, you're probably going to tell me that the cup reading was real. Aaron, tell me you think the cup reading was real. It's a cute idea. I would probably do the same thing. I'd be like, yo, hype it up. Like, hype me up big time. Tell them how I'm right. Dude, that would be me. I would do it. I would do that. So it was cute. Yeah, like why didn't she talk about that? She didn't talk about that. Jennifer doubles down on Teresa. They know where their money, like they know where they're eating. Like you know, just doesn't understand that we don't know you long enough for you for it to stick. Teresa literally will. It doesn't think about you. Like that's the thing. That's what I want to say. Teresa is not thinking about that girl. Like the fact that you became Teresa's lapdog, both of you, she doesn't think about you after the show. After the cameras go down, she is not thinking about you bitches. She's just not, you know, like just like that whole shit with Laura. It's disgusting. And I agree with Jennifer, it's freaking odd. You know, she definitely knew about the Laura situation, that Angie person. So it's like, come on, man. What she should have said was, your sister or Melissa Garga here, your sister-in-law had a conversation, was also at that lunch, at the Bitter Betty lunch. And all the shit that came out of her mouth was to basically destroy Margaret and Melissa and Joey again. It's like Strippergate fucking all over again. But now it's Cheatinggate. And then now it's Pizzagate. It's like the common denominator here, guys. I can't literally. It just seems like I don't want to like say I'm right, but like I really don't feel like that Joe's a fraudulent person. Somebody almost had me convinced literally that I really thought he was trying to say that Joe, like he took the money and then just like disappeared or something like that. Like he would just, I'm like, no, he'd pay back. Like, and it's nothing how they made it sound. And it just, everybody to go follow Mims, Mr. Make It Make Sense on YouTube. And anybody else that's in the chat that has a channel, I'll post your link, please. Because, yeah. Am I missing anything? Like, I guess not. I'm looking at the recap that I have, and I kind of just, I'm exhausted. I wish Danielle would have just picked up this where we wanted her to do that. I wish she would have done that, but she didn't. I don't think it's going to stick. And, I don't know what's going to happen. Like, I don't know. I think that Jen Fessler is also very logical, a nice, loyal friend person, and the show is just not going to stick for her because some of us do want that. I do want to see that stuff. I do. I just want more conflict that's not Teresa and Joey. I just don't. I'm done. I want more conflict that's not that. And we don't need criminal behavior for these franchises to do well. We had 13 years of no criminalistic behavior, and we did just fine. Every other we did all great. Was it extremely more interesting when Teresa, not even when Teresa went to jail? That was sad. That was disgusting, Joe, like what her husband did to her. Like I said, the well's not that deep. I wouldn't have signed it, but whatever I did. I also got hemmed up and shit that shit happens. But, we did our time and she's home, and that wasn't even like the show. But Erica basically took 10 years off of our lives when she filed for divorce. So she's still taking time out of our head. Like, she's still taking time off our lives, okay? Because I'm still freaking trying not to argue, did she or didn't she know? Like, I just, and I'm tired of Judice and Gorga, and I feel like the goddamn cast is tired of it. I feel like everybody's tired of it. And you know what? There's so many more. We can have other storylines going on, but we can't get past. They're bull. I'm just like, I knew nothing about Pizzagate, and I live here. I could have gone my entire life without hearing that story ever. I could have went my entire life with ever hearing any of this. Because I will never get the real truth. I mean, the real truth is obvious, probably what happened. I just find it funny that she thinks that people are not going to actually believe the bullshit. People are not stupid. And, hashtag justice for Notice Chavez and hashtag justice for Teresa's therapist. 7 months. Does that not tell you she does not listen? She doesn't listen. It doesn't register. She doesn't care. That's like me trying to sell you guys on, I'm going to go to therapy because I don't like how I react. I know that I can't help it. I know I have a problem. Therapy is not going to fix that. I know that. I'm not going to sell anybody on that shit. My husband, I just said, let me stay home and work on my mental health. That's what I did. I did my own kind of therapy. But Teresa, come on, man. I hope that Louis got good insurance, or you got, look, Kathy, I don't even think they're legally, I'm going to say this, you should have flipped the fuck out. I'll find out. I don't think they're legally married either. I'm just saying, it would be really smart not to get legally. get married in the eyes of the everything, eyes of this one, that one. I don't give a shit. Have everything that a married person has, but to actually marry him with your last, like to intertwine your financials, Teresa, I would have not legally married him or her. They got way too much to lose if like he says, I don't know what he is. 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 I really tend to believe he's not a bad dude. I feel he's more on the Norman Bates side, not the like steal money side. He's more like the Norman Bates. You know what I'm saying? I think that he wasn't actively searching Teresa out, but the way that they met, you know, hey, there's some hot chick, there's Teresa Giudice leaving a shore house. Hey, that's so, yeah, like, oh, there she is again, there she is again, there she is again. Hey, you know, I mean, that's how you meet people, I guess, right? I also feel like he has enough money of his own that Teresa didn't have anything but the show's money. Yeah, that too. It was a deal. No. Another one with, oh my God, Teresa. Oh, Kathy. If I'm wrong about anything I'm saying, just tell me, because I don't even know what I think. What do you think? I need to know, Kathy. What do you think? What do you think? Would you be more worried about Louis or Judge Gorga? Would you be more worried if you had them standing at like two people in front of you and one of them, you want one of them to save your life or save your ass? Who would you choose? Like, seriously, who would you choose? You couldn't find my channel or Mr. Make It Make Sense? Like, oh my God. Oh, wow. I don't even know the answer to that. Like, well, who would I choose? I would probably choose Joe. The only reason I didn't call him to do work, like the work of my house, is because he's super busy. But I would trust him money-wise. I trust him to do a good job. I would probably even trust Louis. I just wouldn't go in business with him. So there you go. If you had to go in business with one of them, who would you take? If you had to choose anybody, who would you choose? Going by what you see on this stupid television and by maybe what somebody hears or knows a little bit more in the streets, who would you take? Like, first of all, you wouldn't do business with your brother-in-law. I mean, you just wouldn't. But when Joe says, I feel like you can do business with anyone if you're coming correct. Well, not everybody comes correct, Joe. Maybe, you know what I'm saying? And again, if you have a history of the fucking way that you and your sister get along, why would you do? You just wouldn't anyway. Yous are barely fucking like, you're barely having dinners together at Christmas. What in the fucking world would you go in business? Because according to Teresa, he's been a piece of shit her whole life, right? She's been backing him up her whole... It just makes me angry. She says this dumb shit that literally I'm not buying because I know that this doesn't make any sense. And if I'm crazy, tell me. Like, you literally said how horrible of a brother he's been. He's such a horrible person. He's so funny. He stole your parents' house. Then why the fuck are you going into business with him then? Fucking business. Like, really, in 2020? See? Thank God it's an hour, because it just doesn't, nothing that she says makes any sense. Nothing makes sense. Nothing. Because you wouldn't go in business with somebody that you said's been a fraud your whole life and you just been backing them up because of your parents. You just fucking wouldn't. You know, like, come on, man. And if you did, you're an idiot. Like, if you really think he's fraudulent, you're the idiot for doing that. The man's not... Look, like I said, we've all committed some white-collar crimes, unfortunately. Like, and I just stole from the government, so, like, no. It happens. Don't go in business with people around here. Just don't. Like, and definitely don't go in business with your family. But, because, again, like, this will just keep... It's not over, obviously. It's not over. And then you got people that argue on their behalf. Oh, well and good. Look, you want to argue on their behalf? Go ahead. Keep them relevant so we make money, you make money. Just make money doing it. Like, I'm not monetized. I get too activated. Just make money, please, because I'm not, like, people are losing channels and shit over this. Like, come on. It's not that serious. It's that serious if you're like literally in it, but we don't need to be losing our channels over it and our fucking IG. Like, and you definitely don't want somebody like see, that's a whole different situation. I don't understand it. I want to feel like that she was drunk when this happened and she made a little mistaken boo-boo by stalking somebody and then woke up the next day and regretted it. But no, that didn't happen. Nope. So I feel like it was personal towards that person. And I feel like out of 1,000 content creators that talk about your situation with your husband and your sister-in-law, same thing with Teresa, why that person and why that story? We all know. All About the Truth podcast tells us all we want to know. Plus, there's other people like Kathy. And so we hear things. We hear things, And whether we find it on the blogs or whatever, here I go saying blogs because we're bloggers. Whether we find it on the blogs or we find it, on the streets, if we don't have a backup things, we're not talking about it. And I don't like to, anyway, again, I got to keep covering it because why not? I live here, but we need some other shit to happen. We need more things to happen. Because again, I ruined the whole live bitching about tearing apart Laura's interview because she's such a fucking asshole. And I just had to make that. I had to be an asshole back and be an asshole about that. And I pissed off another content creator, and she literally drugged me into her shit. I've been saying it for a year. I've been calling her. I said she's a burn book bitch, and nobody what do you mean? What do you mean? I'm like, just watch. Just watch. Nobody can understand why I called her the burn book bitch. She's psychotic. Margaret did nothing to her. Nothing. She couldn't even. I'm not going to talk about that. You talked about everything else. You're not going to tell us what Margaret did. Why? Because it's rhetorical. Margaret didn't do anything, bitch. All right, I'm going to go. Because I do get monetized, and I'll be demonetized, and I'll get yelled at. So, guys, really, thanks for showing up, because this is awesome. I think I'm doing pretty good. I'm not getting upset. I'm not angry. People think I'm angry. I'm not angry. When I'm done with all this, I don't want to think about it anymore. I go eat and stuff. Oh, okay. Yeah. Dana, see, and that's why I hate that people dog Dana, because they hate the fact that she knows things. The same thing with Kim D. And I know that Kim D, there's a lot of shit that Kim D doesn't say. Kim D, Kim D could take the whole franchise down if she really wanted to. She does her job, and she does her job now as a somewhat podcaster. She talks about what she knows, and I would be, if I had Kim D talking about me, I'd be Kim D's friend. Just saying, you know what I mean? She could literally take a lot of these people down, because I know there's a lot of shit she doesn't say, and I wouldn't sell my soul for Bravo. So, Reddit can do that. Reddit can do all that. Thank you, Aaron. I'm trying. I have to give credit to Gabby, Sarah on here. We know it's Gabby, but Sarah Gabrielle, honestly, she's doing the right show notes for me and stuff. And it's starting to help me do recaps better. I'm starting to realize that no matter what I have in front of me, it's hard for me to get through it, because I'm realizing that reading, I don't know if it's actually going to work. I'm trying here, but maybe it is probably a good idea. Maybe just to talk about the 5 points of the stupid show, because again, it's all oh, hey, Cal. It's all I feel like I'm repeating myself every week. Oh, Gorgon this and Judice this, and then Teresa this, and I got to point out what Teresa said. And again, watch what happens live with Sandoval, with Schwartz, because when I do Vanderpump tomorrow, that friggin' watch what happens live is going to be a huge part of the recap and what I have to say, because I'm really disappointed with Schwartz. If you don't know what I'm talking about, he knew in August, guys. He knew the Lake Havasu night. He knew the Lake Schwartz knew the Lake Havasu night. He knew, and he's being a good friend to Sandoval still. I thought Sandoval was the best friend that anybody ever had, right? Schwartz is a very good fucking friend. He also said he felt like his kindness was being taken advantage of by Sandoval, and he thought that they were going to come clean. And I'm going to be talking about this because it's Jersey. Fuck. All right, tomorrow we'll talk about this. Just watch it. I got to stop talking about Jersey. It's my problem. Let's just watch Vanderpump. Watch Schwartz if you didn't already see it, and watch Dolores on Watch What Happens Live last night. That's a lot. I said this before. I say just things about Joe Gorger out there, right? And I don't know for sure. I trust people that I trust people's judgment, right? So if I trust their judgment and they're still doing business, I would have to say that, okay, maybe all the stuff about Joe is not true, right? Because I trust people that still talk to him, or friends that do business with him. But then again, it's I don't know, Teresa, Dolores is saying nothing. That says a lot, If she's not saying anything, if she's not saying Teresa's right, and she says nothing, then you know how she feels. She's a fucking good friend. She's not going to dog her on camera, and she'll probably tell her behind closed doors, which she feels like she's doing something wrong. But when Dolores says nothing, that's because she doesn't think that Teresa's right. And you actually can see it in her face. And I'm upset with her for taking Ozempic. I'm really upset. I want to cry over that. She does not need to lose weight. And if she's taking Ozempic, and she said, actually, all the housewives are actually. I don't know about all of them. Allegedly, let me just say allegedly. She admitted it, but allegedly, she's a lot of them are. I'm like, there's a national shortage. Just saying. All right, guys. Thanks for putting up with me. Thanks for coming. Thanks for all my new subscribers. Yes. They had a one-night stand. He told Schwartz about it the night of the guy's night. That's when it started. And you know that because you can tell in Rachel Raquel. You could tell by Rachel. We can't even call her Raquel. Raquel doesn't exist. I mean, Raquel doesn't exist. It's Rachel. We are watching Rachel. We are watching a whole different person. Her getting screwed by Sandoval turned her into, I don't know what, a weird ass adult, half weirdo, like twitching and shit. Like, dude, when she went in Katie's room and tried to tell Katie this, she tried to tell Katie that something up. Oh my God. I'm like, even I was cringing for her. Even I felt bad for her I had to feel bad for her at that moment. I'm just like, wow, she's really stupid. Like, wow, she's really dumb. Like, wow, like she can't even. What is it? What does he have? A freaking golden? Like, what is about his penis? It makes her like so. I don't know. Like, if she wasn't such a lousy friend like Ariana, I'd be like, thank God somebody's being like thank God somebody's sticking up for Sheena. But like, the fuck did she wouldn't have her finger against her friend? Like, oh yeah, we'll talk about it all tomorrow because I'll be back tomorrow to talk about it. And love you guys. But, oh my God, Schwartz. So man. And he's being Sandoval, man. He's being, such a good friend and blah, 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 blah. And, if you see him, hug him. Nobody's hugging Sandoval right now. Us, we are very upset with him. We love Sandoval. I wish, God damn it, why couldn't she screw Jax? That's all I wished. It couldn't be Jax. Like, why couldn't she screw Jax? Why couldn't she screw Jax? I'm just saying. That's fucking mean, man. Yep. I'm shocked too, sir. I'm shocked too. I had to literally rewind it. Actually, even Andy even said, at the reunion, I was under the impression you found out in January. Schwartz goes, no, I found out that in one night stand, and I was under the impression that it was over. Then he switches to, it was an unwritten secret or an unsaid secret that they were sleeping together through the whole cast. Then he says, Sandoval told him that him and Ariana were not together. What, dude? Come on. I thought they had a one stand. I thought they ended it. No, you didn't, because then you said it was a secret that nobody did. I'm like mind blown. Now I'm understanding how they got away with it, because now I'm starting to feel like everybody fucking knew. People were suspecting it and nobody was believing it. I wouldn't have believed it. I wouldn't have believed it. I probably would have believed it if I saw him climb out from under her sheets. Come on, man. Sandoval, like, where, like, and he's crying. Oh God, Sandoval's crying. He's always such a bad person. You had 9 months to be a bit. Like, you knew that you not caring about what you're doing was a fucking moral. You had to say to yourself, dude, you don't care that you're doing this to Ariana. Like, say to yourself, why don't you care, self, that you're doing this to yourself? Self says, hey, my man, this conscious speaking, you're fucked up. We're fucked up. We got to do something about it. No, that's when you get self-reflective. That didn't happen for 9 months. I don't feel bad for you, Sandoval. I feel like I got duped just like your friend did. I feel like you are actually a bad person, just like Jack. But at least with Jack, so you know what the fuck you're getting. And I just stuck up for him. Fire me now. All right, guys, bye. Love you. No pajamas, too, by the way. They're not, listen, why would they make people feel safe if they were brand new? That doesn't make any fucking sense. A random ass pair of pajamas are literally not going to make anybody feel safe. Maybe if you wore them for fucking a year, I don't know. It doesn't make any sense, Teresa. So stop. Bye. Love you.